Lights here on NBC3. I'm Nico Tamurian, and here we go. This Friday and next mark the end of the 2014 regular season, but now's not the time to get sentimental. Just about everybody in Section 3 fighting for a playoff spot, perhaps a league title, or just flat out playing for pride at this point. Now, some serious chalk talk being done on the sidelines as Liverpool hosts Nottingham. Usually we see Jadakiss Scott make an early appearance, so why not the fake right here? Ricky Sisto finds his man in the open for the score. At that point, Liverpool takes a 7-0 lead. Now, we'll show you Jadakiss Scott this time. Actually related to photojournalist Quindell Williams on the counter play. Breaks free, kind of an abrupt ending to that one. Down a couple moments, but then a couple plays later, why not? Give him the honors. Caps off the drive, does Scott. Liverpool wins it 32-0 was the final. Now the game that everybody was waiting for, it's our Toyota High School Game of the Week. Joining us now is Kelly Cowan.
Well, Nico, CBA certainly looking back to true form, and this was a matchup tonight that many of us had circled on our calendars all season. Henniger and Baldwinsville, the two top teams in the area, and both ranked in the state as well. And to add to the intrigue, a battle of undefeateds right here. Let's go down to it. Henniger on 4th and 10 here and in the red zone, and they go for it. Keyshawn Scott airs it out to Romero Collier in the corner of the end zone. Scott just able to get his left foot in there. Here's the replay right there. See it? Just 1 foot in. That's all it takes. They go for 2 and make it 8-0 Henniger. Later in the half, Scott lined up in the shotgun. He settles on the snap and takes off. No one can catch him. Makes it 14-0. All right, Baldwinsville trying to get themselves in, but Amitri Allen and John Bryant say, well, they'll back the Bees up. They try for a field goal, but it's just too short. To the second half now. We know the Knights can hurt you in the air, but they're also a force on the ground. And Jay Everson rumbling down the field and just plowing right over defenders. That sets up another Collier Scott strike in the end zone. Catching it on the run there. 20-0 Knights. All right, Cameron Skiffworth, well, he's seen enough. There he goes, finally able to break through the Henniger D. Bees get on the board, but it's a little bit too late. Henniger improves to 6-0. Baldwinsville, perfect, no more. They fall 26-14.
You beat a program like Baldwinsville, coming out here and going down the road, it's huge. It gets us stepping in the right direction. Keeps us going in the right direction.
We're not satisfied. We won. We're not done yet. We need to win everything. We're not. That's just another. Now we on to the next. Auburn got to get the same treatment too. So we trying to get everything.
Toyota High School Game of the Week, and I have a feeling that these two teams haven't seen the last of one another so far this season.
I agree, Kelly. I'm still in amazement over Keyshawn Scott's catch there in the first. Let's go over to Manlius. It's AA versus Class A. Indian River paying a visit to Fayetteville. Manlius, FM down 34-21 at the break, trying to make something happen. That was David Stegeman picking up 20. FM, though, turns it over on downs. The Warriors make the most of it. 3rd and long. Denzel Barnes to Gary Ruckman in stride. 2 plays later, River punches it in. A handoff to Dustin Sherritt. That makes it 41-21 Warriors. FM just not able to get anything going here in the second half. Lawrence Bors sacks Shaw right there, and Indian River wins this one going away. Hey, we're just getting warmed up here on Friday Night Lights. By the way, Corcoran beats Vestal in this one by a final of 14-0. We're going to take you to Class A, though. It was JD versus Oswego. Best plays from this one when we come back. Here on NBC3, we're going to get going in Class B. So many great teams, including the West Hill Warriors, hoping to remain undefeated tonight. Undefeated West Hill hosting Chittenango. How about some special teams and athleticism? Joe Raynone makes some spectacular moves here on the punt return. Are you kidding me? 59 yards for the touchdown. Look at West Hill go right here. They go on to beat Chittenango by a final of 51-13. Great punt return by Raynone. How about Cortland taking on Solvay this evening? Purple Tigers looking for their first win, hoping to do it off the back of Anthony Riccatelli. He had not one, well, not two, but 3 touchdowns in the night. Now the Bearcats lead actually 8-3 after one, but Riccatelli scores on runs of 52 yards. That's this one right here. 63 yards and 41 Hey, all 3 touchdowns account for all of Cortland's points. They win it 23-8 the final. Congrats to Cortland, victory number 1 this season. Elsewhere in Class B, this one was semi-close at one point, at least by Homer standards. They put up a huge number again, though. They beat mighty Marcellus 61-30. Alec Bush, this kid's unbelievable. 6 touchdowns, 5 rushing. 1 was off a punt block return for a touchdown. 18 carries, 285 yards for Bush on the evening. Now, Class A. As interesting as always, right now we just saw the defending sectional champs from Class A, Indian River, take out a darn good Fayetteville Manlius team. Now, the other division, the American division, has its league title up for grabs tonight. You bet Syracuse Manoa wants its hands on it for the 2nd year in a row. Now the Spartans lead at halftime, 14-0. Fulton hoping to come back, though. QJ Jackson breaks outside into the Spartans secondary. Look at him go. Nice moves there. 51 yards in all. Just like that, the Raiders are in the red zone, but Mike Eschbacher's defense over at ESM comes up big. Tavon Barrett gets the big tackle for loss, so Fulton turns it over on downs. ESM able to run away with it from there. Deshaun Gorman down the sidelines into your living room. Great night for ESM. Fred Johnson, 18 carries, 2 touchdowns. Raquel Altman, 97 yards. And East Syracuse Manoa, they win the Class A American title for the 2nd year in a row. Congrats to ESM. Elsewhere in Class A, JD playing host to Oswego of Pinkout. Great student-organized effort in that one. Red Rams lead at 14-0 in the 2nd, but here comes Oswego. Quarterback Ed Sheridan calls his own number. QB sneak is a touchdown right there. Deficit cut in half, but JD's quarterback, Joseph Murphy, he says, hey, I'm a mobile QB as well. Bounces it outside. Nice 18 yards on the run right about there. And how about this? He gets the honors as well. A little bit further down the field from the 25-yard line. A little bit of a read play there. Murphy finding pay dirt, and that's enough. JD wins it, 42-35. Now we hear from the CNS marching band. Great sounds, right? We have more. A lot of great effort by the marching band. They never get enough love, and they're fantastic over there at CNS. Now, after the band plays, the moon starts to rise. Look at that. Maybe it's an omen for SU. The North Stars all over Fowler as that moon rises in the 2nd half. They were backed up a bit here, but how about running back? Number 1, we call him right here. Great play right this. CNS goes on to win. 42-22 was the final. The North Stars looking mighty good. They're back at 500 now on the season. Hey, don't go anywhere. We have the whole night's worth of action to break down. You know him, you love him. Coach Seeley is live in studio next. We'll break down the entire night worth of Friday Night Lights. Welcome back to Friday Night Lights, and we're going to close this thing out here with the legendary Coach Paul Seeley. Coach, thank you so much for joining us.
Always great to be here.
Hey, let's get right into it. What a night of Friday Night Lights. And
Sure.
we'll start with Baldwinsville-Henninger. What do you think about this one?
Well, you know, it's the red and black versus the red and gold, and it was turned out to be a black and blue game. So a lot of colors there. Henninger is a powerful team. We knew that from the start. They've got a well-rounded offense, great defense. Beeville was right in the game. And you're going to see these two teams again for sure.
And what does a win like this do for a team like Henninger beating, you know, number 2, the only team really behind you?
Well, you know, it just keeps that juggernaut going. You know, Coach Klein and his staff are not going to let those guys get big heads. They know how important October football is. Everybody's playing good now.
And congrats to Coach Klein, a great guy, by the way. Let's look elsewhere in Class AA. You know, so much talk made about Henninger being number 1, Beeville being number 2. How about Liverpool? They're undefeated. They look fantastic.
Well, we said it here last week. It's the Jadakiss Scott show. You keep giving him that ball enough times, and you're going to do well.
And let's talk about Class A while we've got the video up here right now. East Syracuse Manoa, they win the Class A American title. How about that?
Well, they stubbed their toe last week against Oswego. It was a great week. They bounced back. They have a new quarterback. Played for the first time, and it showed. So, you know, they're going to be well prepared again for next week.
Yeah, his name's Jake Rodman. I can't wait to see more of that kid going forward. And, you know, I'm not sure if the viewers know this, but during commercial breaks, Coach and I are talking football the entire time. And one of the things we talked about in this latest commercial break was Class B. Each side, Coach, you've got 2 undefeated teams.
You've got Oneida and Kaz going undefeated, and they're going to meet next Friday. as well as Homer and West Hill going to meet. So when do you see the two, top two teams in each division going to go at it right till the final week for everything to be decided? West Hill had a great game last night. Very proud of them tonight. As you can see, Joe Raynone, special teams, scored again. And it's our third score of the year. So it's great. The stage is set. We couldn't be happier.
Good genes in that Raynone family, by the way.
Right.
Yeah, we can't wait to see what else happens in Class B. And finally, Coach, the big game tomorrow. Florida State, #1, Jameis Winston. They're coming to the Loud House.
Well, it's no surprise. I've told you a ton of times I bleed orange. And, remember Nebraska. But it's just a great opportunity. Well, you're going to see Jameis Winston, the #1 quarterback, the #1 team. Just do a great job. That's all we can hope for the Orange tomorrow. Hopefully, Coach Schaefer will have them all fired up.
No question. Coach Seeley, thank you so much. That does it for Friday Night Lights. We'll see you next week.